This following text is for questions number 41 to 55. When many people consider tourism, they think of international travel to exotic destinations. However, most tourism is domestic, that is, it relates to tourists traveling within their own country. Both international and domestic tourism are dominated by industrialized countries. Europe, North America, and the Pacific region receive more than two-thirds of international visitor arrivals. In the mid-1990s, the tourism industry contributed more than 6% of the value of all the goods and services produced throughout the world. It also accounted for more than 7% of global capital investment and 13% of world consumer spending. Experts estimated that tourism supported more than 130 million jobs worldwide, and contributed more than 5.6% to total tax payments. 41. The best title for the text above is A. Tourism development. B. The role of tourism. C. Importance of tourism. D. International tourism. 42. Which of the following words is the antonym of domestic? A. Foreign. B. Native. C. Tame. D. Breed. 43. According to the text, Europe receives more than of international visitor arrivals. A. 1/3. B. 2/3. C. 2/5. D. 3/5. 44. What word in the text means, determine generally but carefully? A. Contribute. B. Account. C. Estimate. D. Support. 45. However, most tourism is domestic, that is, it relates, line 2. The word it in the sentences refers to A. Many people. B. International travel. C. Exotic destination. D. Domestic tourism. This following text is for questions number 46 to 50. Lesser slow loris. The lesser slow loris is a mammal, which can camp onto branches for long periods of time. To help it do this, the loris has a network of blood vessel, called retimerable in its forearms and shanks. The loris, a solitary animal, belongs to a deliberate climber. An interesting fact about the lesser slow loris is that it has a single-note whistle. The lesser slow loris is a plump animal, with soft thick fur ranging in color, from light brownish-gray to deep reddish-brown, with a dark stripe down the back and neck. It has a long snout with comb-like front teeth, which are used in grooming. It is a small mammal which is 7 to 10 inch long, 175 to 250 millimeters, and can weigh as much as 12 ounces, or 340 grams. Being nocturnal, the loris has large round eyes. The loris has no tail but has broad graphing feet. On its second toe, it has a harp claw. It also has enlarged thumb and a reduced index finger. It is found in southern Asia, Vietnam, Borneo, and Sumatra. As it is tree-living, restricted to tropical rainforests. The diet of the loris is made up of fruit and leaves, tender roots, insect, birds, small mammals and reptiles. It is nocturnal, and sleeps by day, rolled up in a ball. 46. What is the first paragraph mainly discussing about? A. The classification of lesser slow loris. B. The inhabitant of lesser slow loris. C. The physical characters of lesser slow loris. D. The specific nature of lesser slow loris. 47. On its second toe, it has a sharp claw. The word it in the sentence refers to: A. Lesser slow loris. B. Broad graphing feet. C. Large round eyes. D. Second toe. 48. What does nocturnal means? A. Sleeps all of the night and day. C. Active during the day. C. Active in the night. D. Sleeps in the night. 49. These are list of lesser slow loris parts of body, except A. Broad graphing feet, thumb, and large round eyes. B. Broad graphing feet, tail, and reduced index finger. C. Large round eyes, toe, and broad graphing feet. D. Reduced index finger, enlarged thumb, and broad graphing feet. 50. According to the text, these statements are correct, except A. The loris has tail and broad graphing feet. B. The loris lives in tropical rainforest. C. The loris eats fruit and leaf. D. The loris does its activities in the night. This following text is for questions number 51 to 55. Matthew Walker. I should thank my aunt, who filled out the employment interest card in my name. She knew how much I wanted to work at the Disneyland store, upon going to college. To my surprise, I was called for the job. I was 18 at that time. My duties was simple, but carried a big responsibility. I did guest greeting, product stocking, cashiering, training new employee, etc. And was an amazing opportunity for me, to work at Disneyland in 1995 and 1996, as a part of summer utilization study. Yes, it was Disneyland, a world of happiness. Disneyland sent some of my pals, and asked me to collect the data of guest traffic flow, and facilities used at certain times. Then, the data was analyzed, to see how people enjoyed the facilities at Disneyland, how often they were in a ride, etc. It would help Disneyland, to provide better quality service. The most exciting part was, that I was paid to have fun in Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom, on stage and backstage. I got summer utilization study t-shirt, a couple of tickets to come back and enjoy the park, and money to buy snacks, CDs, Disney's merchandise with discount, and to play games. I also saved my earning, to pay for my tuition and living expenses. That was I like to work overtime, to increase my paycheck. Too bad, I often had to skip classes at school then. And you know what? I found my hunt there. We were engaged in Mickey's House D. Disneyland, married at the Disneyland Hotel, and honeymooned at Walt Disney World. Honestly, I can say that most of the good things I have in my life, was started by a mouse. (51) What does the text tell you about Matthew Walker? A. Matthew Walker was a permanent worker. B. Matthew Walker was a lifetime worker. C. Matthew Walker was an apprentice. D. Matthew Walker was a part-time job worker. 52. I should thank to my aunt, who filled out the employment interest card in my name. Paragraph 1. The underlined word means A. Filled in. B. Put in. C. Carried out. D. Complete. 53. It would help Disneyland, to provide better quality service. The italic word refers to A. The data. B. The people. C. The facilities. D. The service. 54. Beside the advantages he gets from his work, he also gets problem, that is A. Missed the lesson. B. Skipped classes. C. Left the class. D. Failed the lesson. 55. According to the text, which statement is correct? A. Matthew Walker saved his earnings to pay for his tuition and living expenses. B. Matthew Walker married in Mickey's house at Disneyland. C. Matthew Walker found his job boring and tiring. D. Matthew Walker has been married when he accepted as Disneyland employee. This following text is for questions number 56 to 60. New Year's Eve in Germany. New Year's Eve in Germany is a rather quiet affair, compared to many other nations. It is a time for family gatherings, and parties tend to be low-key, consisting of relatives and close friends. At midnight, a toast is customarily made with champagne, or sekt. And everyone say, Prosit Neujahr, from the windows of their homes. One popular custom is Blaegessen, where a candle is lit, and small chunks of lead are melted in a spoon, held over the candle. The melted lead is then quickly dropped into cold water, whereupon it hardens almost immediately. Each person then tries to determine what she or he sees in the hardened lead figure, in an attempt to tell the future from the shape which forms. Often, the lead figure is held up to the candle or other light, in order to better discern the shape, from the shadow which it casts. A heart, or ring, means a wedding. A ship foretells of a journey. A pig signifies plenty of food. Today, Sylvester Bly kits may be purchased from most German department store, complete with lead nuggets, a spoon, and a list of possible shapes, and their meanings. Food consumed in Sylvester, the Germans' New Year Eve. Traditionally, consists of lentil, or spilt pea soup, accompanied by Wiener Würstchen, usually prepared a few days ahead of the celebration, which is served with a meat, or cheese fondue. It is also customary to leave a little of the food eaten on New Year's Day on the plate, until after midnight. This is thought to ensure a well-stocked larder. Carp is often part of the meal, since it is believed to bring wealth. Other popular food items are herring, for good luck, and cabbage, or carrots for financial security. 56. What is the text mainly discussing about? A. Traditional celebration of New Year's Day in German. B. One popular custom that is Blaegessen. C. Popular foods that is customary to leave a little on the plate. D. New Year's Eve in Germany. 57. What is one of popular customs in Germany's New Year celebration? A. Blaegessen. B. Silvesterblei. C. Wiener Würstchen. D. Prosit Neujahr. 58. Whereupon it hardens almost immediately. Paragraph 2, line 3. The word it in the sentence refers to A. Cold water. B. Candle. C. Molten lead. D. Small chunks. 59. Two words that more or less have the same meaning, according to the text, are A. Foretells and journey. B. Family and relatives. C. Eve and midnight. D. Purchase and complete. 60. Which statement is incorrect according to the text? A. Germany celebrates the New Year's Eve with relatives and close friends. B. Germany does foretell for their life in the next year. C. Germany believes some vegetables can bring good luck. D. Germany eats up all the meals before the midnight in New Year's Eve.